Leicester City are into the FA Cup final, but now we turn to the press conference with Brendan Rodgers. He's got a lot to say about the Super League, returning players and all sorts of bits and bobs to do with the bloody Super League. Let's be honest with you. That's the hot topic right now is the Super League. Get your comments in and we're going to discuss Brendan Rodgers and what he's had to say at the press conference. Make sure you smash a like on the video if you can. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. Breaking news as well, if you didn't know, there's some leaked documents to do with the Super League, separate from obviously the Brendan Rodgers press conference. Leaked plans for the Super League show an unprecedented effort to cap spiralling player wages and share wealth between football's richest clubs. So basically, they're going to try and keep the rich rich and forget about the rest. That's exactly what they're doing. According to FT.com, leaked Super League plans reveal goal of US-style football finances. Go and check that one out. That's on FT.com right now. It's on Twitter as well. It's all over the place right now. That is breaking news with a document apparently leaked to do with it all. But let's tuck into the tuck in. That's the blue van man. Let's tuck into Leicester's press conference with Brendan Rodgers. After defeats to Man City and West Ham, Leicester, we go into the final, which is great news for the club. First one since 1969. I'm absolutely over the moon. However, has the final been tarnished a little bit with this so-called Super League announced? They've only announced it because there's no fans in attendance. The simple fact is, if there were fans in the stadiums, they wouldn't have the bottle to announce such a thing. They've took advantage of a pandemic and they're gutless. They're spineless. They've got no bottle. Absolute spineless, gutless, cowards. They're just there for the taking for the money. That's it. But anyway, let's talk about Brendan Rodgers' press conference because I'm going to start losing my mind and go off subject here. Rodgers is in the building at the King Power Stadium. So he's been hounded by the Super League. So this is what Brendan Rodgers had to say about the Super League. But first of all, Jose Mourinho, he does touch regarding Jose Mourinho's sacking. He's very disappointed about Jose Mourinho's sacking. Knows him quite well, knows him personally. He's a world-class manager. He's shown that throughout his career, he has won, and that hasn't happened at Tottenham, which, to be fair, no one's won anything at Tottenham. No one's won anything since 2006 or something like that. I don't know when it was. I think it was a League Cup, wasn't it? Something stupid. It's a long time ago. So I don't get why they've got rid of him unless it's something to do with the Super League, which I think it is. Jose Mourinho has basically said, I'm not interested in anything to do with the Supers. So Spurs have gone, I think he's going to get about £30 million payout, but I don't know. But Brendan Rodgers said they have a game on Wednesday and then they have the cup final. Their expectations are to win titles and compete at the top end of the league. For Jose, I have empathy with any manager that loses their job. He knows what it's like in this country and he will accept it and get ready for his next challenge. Is it Jose Mourinho's last job in England? Not so sure, but Brendan had this to say. Jose is a world-class manager. The thing that disturbs me is how that gets questioned. What he's done in the game, he should be able to position the expectations. You're not a world-class manager, and then it doesn't work out at one club, so he's not. It's as simple as that. Just because he hasn't won anything doesn't mean he's not a world-class manager. He's won plenty of trophies in the time. He's won plenty. It's the same with Carlo at Everton, who's not doing so great now. You can't just define a manager with one job. You've got to define him as his whole career. He is a successful manager. It hasn't worked out for him at Spurs. He will look to win again. He's a charismatic guy. He's got tons of charisma. Jose Mourinho. He's a personality whore, I think. He loves the game, and he will take that into his next job, says Brendan Rodgers. Now, Kelechi Iheanacho obviously scoring at the minute again. He's bagging plenty. Brendan basically said that the kid's on form. He's finally getting his opportunity, and he's just going to see more of Kelechi Iheanacho. He looks like he's really positive about Kelechi Iheanacho. Wants him in the squad, and maybe a future replacement for Jamie Vardy. He says no comment. But the Super League. Let's talk the Super League. Brendan Rodgers on the Super League. Well, you see the statement from the Premier League. We're aligned with that. The sport and competition should be based around your domestic performances rather than historical. I've listened to a lot. There's a lot of emotion involved, and rightly so. Hopefully, over the next few weeks, everyone can sit down again and look at it and act on the best interests of the game. Football is moving from sport to business, but we must never lose that it's a game for players and supporters. That has to be at the forefront of every decision made, says Brendan Rodgers. The games are for the supporters and in turns, the players. There's been a line drawn in the sand and it has moved across. It's purely business proposals. The merits and reward in sport, it looks like that isn't taken into the idea going forward. We see the evolution of the game and the beauty of teams that develop. It's about competition. The 6 teams that are there, they cannot forget that the Premier League's brand is based around all 20 teams. Because the bottom team can beat the top team, it probably doesn't feel like an attack on people's ability to support. Everyone will fight to protect that and the game in this country. Now, I think Leicester winning the Premier League might have something to do with it, because if you remember a while back, it was probably 2-3 years ago, there was a little report. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but there was a little report made and some quotes taken from some of these head chiefs of these football association shocking companies that are involved in all this, chief directors of Real Madrid and blah, 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 blah. They said, and I quote, they said they don't want more Leicester Cities happening. That's what they said. They said that. I don't care what anyone says. That is the epitome of what the Super League is about. It's about not having any of a team go up. It's all about brand, 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 brand. Forget about the small clubs, the fairy tale of Leicester City's Premier League title win. Forget about that. Brendan Rodgers had this to say. I think it will have played a part. He thinks Leicester winning the Premier League in 2016 played a part. Throughout Europe, Leicester City is maybe not what is wanted, but the story shows what can happen in sport. See? That's what I'm saying. Our job is to disrupt the market. Leicester's job is to disrupt the market. And we did that. We did that. In 2016, we went out our way on a very small budget and smashed the competition. We beat Man United. We beat Chelsea. We beat Man City. We beat them all to the title. And we won the title with 10 points clear. 10 points clear, right? They didn't like it. They don't want it happening again. They don't want your team, if you support Burnley, if you support Villa, if you support any other of the 14 teams outside the 6, they don't want your team to win the Premier League. They don't want your team to be top. They don't want your team in Europe. They don't want your team to be successful. And most importantly, they don't want your team to earn any more money. That is what it's all about. What defines a top 6, says Brendan Rodgers. You know, clearly it must be about money. It's not about positions in the league. It's about money. Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal haven't won any. Leicester have won the Premier League within the last 5 years. What have Arsenal and Spurs done? Okay, Arsenal have won the FA Cup. Okay, but they've not won they're not champions of England. You know? We have tried to disrupt the football in a way, says Brendan Rodgers. It will be ongoing. There will be discussions. Sometimes you need to take the emotion out and look logically at it. And logic eventually will sort it out. He also mentioned about players. That because no one was told about this. Even players for Liverpool didn't know nothing about it. You seen last night. Klopp don't want to be a part of it. Their own manager don't want nothing to do with it. James Milner stood up and says he doesn't want nothing to do with it. These players for these clubs have got massive contracts and they're stuck at these clubs, potentially going into this group of elite clubs and not being allowed to play for their national side, you know, tarnished for their domestic, cups, like the FA Cup, the League Cup. What's going to happen to these players if they don't want to play? How is that going to work? How are players going to transfer from one league to another? How is this? It's the Super League's players. Where are they going to be on the transfer market? Are they even going to be available for the standard domestic football? Who knows? But Brendan Rodgers had this to say regarding players not knowing anything about it. I think it will have played a part, throughout Europe. Leicester City is maybe not what it is wanted, but the story shows what can happen in sport. Our job was to disrupt the market. What defines the top six? Well, like I just said, it's about where we are. And we are in the top six right now. So why weren't Leicester invited into the Super League? I'll ask the question to you guys in the chat. Why weren't Leicester invited into the Super League? Please tell me. Someone tell me. Apart from the fact that we haven't got a worldwide franchise pool. Yeah, I say franchise pool because that's what they all are. Those 6 clubs that are leaving this Premier League, they're franchise clubs. That's what they are now. Manchester United FC, franchise club. Arsenal FC, franchise club. Tottenham Hotspur FC, franchise club. Simple as that. They're franchise. I won't be surprised if their home games won't even be played in the home grounds later on down the line. I can see them playing in California. I can play them in Washington, D.C. or in China. I can see their games being moved all over the place because that's what it's all about. You see it in American sport all the time. You see teams being moved to different cities. It happens, different states. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Is Brendan Rodgers second favourite to the Spurs job? Let's see what Brendan's got to say. So according to this as well, obviously Mourinho's been gone and there's some favourites in it. We've seen the media. Favourites for Spurs jobs is Brendan Rodgers yet again. He's been put up there, offered it on the plate. Second favourite for Spurs job. Question thrown straight at Brendan. This is what he has to say. It's normal. It's football. There is always speculation. Every job that comes up, there will be managers speculated. I love it here. Brendan Rodgers loves it here. Tottenham is a fantastic club. My focus is here at Leicester City Football Club. We have a world-class training facility there. We have a project here. I have a great connection with the players and the board. We're able... It's as simple as that. He has a connection with the board. He has a connection with the owners. He has a connection with the players. The fans appreciate Brendan Rodgers what he's doing. He has plans to keep progressing. While I have that energy, I am very happy to be here. I don't want to think about the Tottenham Hotspur job. There you go. So don't get pulled in to your articles that you're going to see on Twitter. Don't get pulled into your articles on Facebook. Don't get pulled in to Sky Sports news rumors. Don't get pulled into that. Don't click them. Don't get pulled in because there is your fucking manager right there. There is Leicester City's manager right there. He's just said in his own words, his project is Leicester City. He's happy here. He is not going anywhere. So don't click them. They're just for adverts. You click them, they're getting paid revenue to show you the adverts on their page. Don't click the bloody adverts. Don't click them. Don't go over to those articles. End of discussion. Brendan Rodgers is going nowhere. On Brendan Rodgers' topic, FA Cup final. He's reached an FA Cup final for the first time since 1969 for this club. It's the biggest fixture outside of winning the Premier League title for us. And this is what he had to say about this. There's been a great feeling over the last couple of days. After the game, there was an incredible feeling of achievement. I pulled everyone in this morning and said it's a victory for all of us. It is. It's a massive victory. It's huge. It's not just the team. It's everyone. The chefs, the backroom staff, the cleaners, everyone that's connected with the club. It's a big successful story for Leicester City to hit the FA Cup final. However, it's been over 50 years, but when that comes, we want to win it. You don't soften up. We won't be, we want to be challenging for it. We want to set our base camp and head to the summit of this league. We're in it to challenge and fight to win it. We celebrate it, but then we get focused and get working, prepare for our next game. I'm delighted for the club. I'm delighted for Cun Top, the people of Leicester. I've heard stories about what it means. I was out in Bradgate Park. Brendan Rodgers, his favourite place in Leicestershire is Bradgate Park. Go to Bradgate Park. You will see him there. He's always there. I've seen him there. Don't approach him though. Don't approach him. Don't put your arm around him and all that. But just say, morning, Brendan, or morning, Mr. Rodgers, or whatever you want to do. But don't approach him. And speaking to supporters about other finals, if you can bring that joy, it makes you happy. But I want to win it and make the next step for this club. There you go. Brendan Rodgers, Blue Army. Right, he's going to talk about West Brom. That's the next fixture. Thursday night, we've got West Brom. Don't forget, we have got a prediction show coming up as well, where we're going to try and put the lineups together. We've also got the watch along on Thursday evening as well on the channel. So stay tuned for more here on the channel. I'm hoping Winksy will join me. I don't know how Winksy's head is right now with the whole Super League thing and him supporting Man United and his dad supporting Leicester. I think he wants to move to Leicester City Football Club, to be honest with you. I won't blame him. Would you take Winksy in? Let me know in the chat. Would you take Winksy in as a Leicester fan? He's been a Man United fan since he was a little boy, up to 17, but it feels like his club has left him. So would you allow Winksy to change to a Leicester fan purely based on the fact that he's a Leicester lad, his dad's a Leicester fan, and his club's left him? I accept him. I accept him as one of our own, but there you go. So it will be a very dangerous game for us. He will have been happy with the business they showed against Chelsea and Southampton. They are dangerous. This is West Brom. Defensively, they are strong. They have dynamic players. It's the beauty of this league. Teams at the bottom are fighting for different reasons. I would prefer to play a team right next to us again in the table than someone at the bottom. Facts. I don't like playing with teams that are scrapping. Squad updates. Nothing new. What we had at the weekend, it will be similar, guys. No Harvey Barnes news. No James Justin news. Nothing. Sorry, guys. There's no news regarding injuries. That is it. There's nobody else coming in. It's going to be the same squad as the weekend. And he just touched on fans at Bradgate Park. I went into one of the little shops, which he does, because that's where I've seen him before as well. It was very nice, and they had a nice walk. They were just happy. The notion of Leicester being in an FA Cup final, you could see it on their faces. I've been taken aback by the stories. The club had a season ticket at Wembley in the 60s. There's a real affinity for it. They are very proud of the team. Hopefully, we can make them prouder. See, he wants to progress in this bloody club, and he's going nowhere, boys. So take that with what you will. Do not click those links where you're going to see them. You're going to see Brendan Rodgers links to the Tottenham job. You're going to see it. Just out it as bullshit news, or relate it to either this video or relate it to the Leicestershire live press conference on the website at leicestermercury.co.uk. Go and reference it there. That is it. I am out of time. I am looking forward to the fixture on Thursday against West Brom, but I'm more looking forward to the FA Cup final in about a month's time. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the watch along here. I don't know if I'm going to be in London. I have no idea what the plan is yet. I'll keep you posted, but I can't wait for our first FA Cup final since '69. My first FA Cup final since I've been born. I can't wait. We've got a brand new member to the channel just before you all go. Jason has joined as a member. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Get your comments in before I shoot. We've got about 3 minutes before I need to shoot anyway, so I'll read some of your comments. Get your comments in, guys, and I'll quickly read them all out. Leicester is currently on the top 6 and is part of the 20 richest clubs in the world. Exactly, but we didn't get an invite, or if we did, our club turned it down. Rodgers in the next 5 years, I think he's going nowhere. He's going absolutely nowhere, which is great to see. Agreed, Glazers sucks, says LCFC Gray, ruining the Man United team. We haven't won the FA Cup, but we would like to. We would definitely like to. Brendan Rodgers, Blue Army, welcome, LCFC Gray. Hope you're well. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Is Wes Morgan still injured? He's got some sort of back problem. He's old at the end of the day. Yes, getting Winksy. There you go. So everyone's saying get Winksy in. Yes, Winksy, come on in. You're allowed to be a Leicester fan. You are a Leicester boy. Your dad's a Leicester fan. That's it. You're a Leicester lad. You love the club. You love the way it's ran. You're just not supporting them since you was a kid. It's fine. Just if they've ditched you, it's more than fine. If it's the other way round and you was ditching it because Man United were shite and Leicester were now the new elite club, then I'd be calling you a glory boy. But because they've left you, you're more than welcome, my man. You're more than welcome. United fans, I hate the Glazers as well. Even I hate the Glazers. And I'm not a Man United fan. They've destroyed that club. That club is one of the most prestigious clubs in all of football. You know, Rodgers for England job, maybe. Yeah. So apparently I've got some more news for you here. Apparently the non-American owned of the big 6 are now starting to shit themselves. There you go. Thank you for coming in, Matt Jason. I really appreciate it, my man. Thank you for becoming a member. Right. I'm all out of time, boys. I shall see you all a little probably later on, either tonight or tomorrow, for the prediction show. Please stay tuned for more as we go. You guys are going to pick the team to face West Brom. I shall see you on that one. If I don't see you on that one, I shall see you on the watch along on Thursday evening. From now, from me, chat shit, get banged. See you later. Take care. Bye. Bye.